And welcome back. We're all familiar with Fortnite, right? Millions are playing it, but for people with disabilities and mobility issues, using game controllers can be difficult. Well, now there's a solution that helps these individuals have a better experience.
Brian Mundt is the founder and editor-in-chief of Games Under Pressure, and he's here to tell us more. Welcome to the Yellow Couch.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Molly was just making at least 10 kills in Fortnite right before this segment.
That's pretty good.
So it's a big deal, these games.
You can tell we don't know.
But this is pretty cool. This is an opportunity for those with disabilities to have an adaptive controller.
Yeah, so gaming is one of the most inclusive hobbies out there. It doesn't matter age, race, gender, location, everybody can play it once. And unfortunately, though, even though it's so inclusive, for a while, they've been missing a big segment of the market, and that is gamers with disabilities or limited mobility. And up until this point, there have been options, but they're really often just incredibly expensive. They're not really that accessible for the average person out there. And what Microsoft did was they announced the Xbox Adaptive Controller that is going to allow people with a disability or people with limited mobility actually play the games that they love.
See, that's fantastic. How does it work, or how is it different, which allows these people to use it and still play?
Yeah, so a lot of people with limited mobility, they might not be able to wrap their hands around a traditional controller. So what the Xbox Adaptive Controller does is basically lay out all the buttons on a flat surface. And then players can augment what is basically the space station with other accessories. And some of these accessories are made by Logitech, PDP, so they can really customize this adaptive controller for their needs.
So you said some solutions like this already existed, they were just too expensive?
Very expensive. They aren't really full systems either, so it would take some hacking together to really get these things to work. But now this is a platform. They created a platform with this adaptive controller.
So you're saying it would work with an Xbox or like a PlayStation or more things?
Right now it's just Xbox and PC.
Okay.
But people are going to be able to customize it. So for example, if they couldn't use one of the buttons on the controller, they can add a button to that controller.
I see. So people are watching. They're thinking, oh, wow, I've got to get this. I've always wanted something like this, or want to get it for my child, my grandchild, my loved one, myself. How do you get your hands on one?
So it's going to be out later this year. It's $100, which is very accessible, especially when you compare it to the price of some of these accessories.
Yeah,
absolutely.
For sure. And how will people get it?
It's going to be available on the Microsoft Store.
Okay.
So you're going to be able to go online or in person to get it.
Will it work with pretty much every game?
Yeah, so it really is a platform that's going to work with every game. They're going to release an Xbox Accessories app, which is going to allow people to go in and customize the buttons so they can customize it to their play style, to their ability, and play the games that way.
I'd love to hear a little bit more about what you do. So Games Under Pressure, you're sort of, I think you're probably my kid's dream job.
Yeah,
that's what you have, is where you're like reviewing games. People send you games to review.
Yeah.
You're the editor-in-chief.
I am, yeah. So it's a company I started in 2013, and what we do is we partner with local media to really bring gaming content to everybody. You know, right now, the problem with a lot of gaming media is it's so focused on the hardcore. It's the gamers that know everything. They are just experts in the field, and our goal is to bring it to people who maybe don't know about some of this stuff.
Neat.
So what do you do on a daily basis? Do you play a bunch of games?
I play a lot of games on a daily basis. Most of the time, I'll be honest.
And yet you're married.
I am, yeah.
You have time for that.
Very patient wife.
Yeah.
Very patient wife, yeah.
She's like, well, you're getting paid for it, so.
Right, exactly.
Good job.
Yeah. Their lines blur sometimes, though, too. So I'm like, honey, I'm working.
I'm working.
Are you really? But
that's great.
Yeah, but it's a lot of fun. I have to play a lot of games that I don't necessarily like, but at the same time, it's my passion, it's my hobby, and that's what I love to do.
And I bet it's exciting then for you to see this group included. So people who have disabilities, they have mobility issues. I'm sure you're thrilled to think that there is a way that now everybody can affordably be part of this passion of yours and something that you love.
You're absolutely right. It's always great to see more people coming into the fold. And one of the greatest things about like the Wii, when the Wii came out, or the Wii U, was that it was used in nursing homes. It was used in group homes, and it was this therapeutic response to some of these people's. It was a hobby for them, and it really brought out the best in gaming. And unfortunately, the Wii and the Wii U have sort of faded into the annals of history a little bit. And this adaptive controller should give some of those people the opportunity to get back into the game.
It's so cool.
That's
you think about
really
all the
neat.
virtual stuff. I love, like you said, there are therapeutic. It's not just all these shoot-up games.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of really good learning games and experience games as well.
They're absolutely
And
a lot of
interactive,
educational games.
Yeah.
You know, when my grandma was in a home at the end of her life, one of the things that she loved to do, and it put a smile on her face, was play with a Wii controller.
Yeah.
You know, and that was
bowl,
so important.
you could do all those things, yeah.
Exactly. And that was so important to her. And it's great to see all of these other people being able to experience that.
Will you post at the website on the YouTube channel when and where people can get this adapted?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay. So go to youtube.com/GU Pressure, which is Games Under Pressure, to follow more on what Brian does and his company, and you'll also find out more about this adaptive feature when it is available. So thanks so much for being here.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Great to see you.
Nice
Thank
seeing
you so much.